Hello everyone, welcome to ICT Training Nepal, and today I have a topic called Agile Scrum, and this is the slide of Haidang. So thank you for the slide. So let's talk about the Agile Scrum. Means Scrum, and it is the Scrum is the methodology of the Agile framework. So this is very rapidly going on framework. This is very much popular framework, the Scrum. So let's talk about it. So before we start the topic, first of all, if you are first in this video or if you are watching this video for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. So let's talk about the Scrum. So what is Agile first of all? Before we talk about the Scrum, what is Agile, and it is so important. So let's talk about what is Agile. So for this is the Agile method, and this is the traditional method for in the software development or the method by which we are going to make the softwares. So in Agile methods, here is the keys, which are the people and interaction, or the working software working with customer reaction to change. And in traditional, we have a tools and process, extensive documents, contract negotiation following the plan. So this is important previously, but nowadays this is more important. Okay, the Agile framework. And let's go towards the Scrum. So what is Scrum? Scrum is an Agile process. Okay, so it is an Agile process. Scrum allows us to focus on delivering the highest business value on the shortest time. So these things, it is the Agile process, the first thing is, and the second thing is it is focused on the delivering the highest business value in the shortest time. Highest business value in the shortest time. Okay, so in the shortest time we are giving the product to the customers. Okay, so Scrum allow us to rapidly and repeatedly inspect the actual working software. So this is one of the most important thing you have to understand, that Scrum allow us to rapidly and repeatedly inspect the actual working software. So it inspect the actual working software rapidly and repeatedly. Okay, the business sets the prioritizes. Okay, so the business sets the prioritize. Okay, so teams self-organize to determine the best way to deliver the highest priority features. Okay, the team self-organize to determine the best way to deliver the highest priority features. So if you are the project manager, or if you are new in the software engineering field, or if you are the CEO of some software company, so this is for you. This video is for you. So you can implement the Scrum, or you can implement this Scrum framework, which is the Agile framework, which is from the Agile framework. So you can implement for the highest business value in the shortest time. Okay, for the highest business value in the shortest time. Okay, so this is the origin here. The term comes from the study here. So they are compared the high performance cross-functional teams to the work together towards the common goals to the Scrum formation rugby. So we don't need much. So the first used, it is created at SL Corporation in 1993. Okay, by Jeff Sutherland. Okay, so let's go more on this three roles. Okay, so three roles. So before going through the Scrum, methodologies or Scrum framework, so we have to understand the three roles. First of all, the project owner and the Scrum master and the development team. Okay, so let's talk about the project owner. who owns the product backlog. Okay, who owns the product backlog? The product owner represents the interest of everyone with the stake in process, stake in the project, and he is responsible for the final product. Okay, so the product owner is the responsible for the final product. Elect the product requirement, manage the product backlog, manage the release plan, and manage the return on investment. Okay, so these all managed by the product owner. So the next one is the Scrum Masters, who owns the Scrum process. Okay, so the Scrum Master is responsible for the Scrum process. He ensures everybody play by the rules. Okay, he also removes the implements for the team. The Scrum Master is not the part of the team. Okay, you have to understand that it is the Scrum Master is not a part of the team, but he is the or she is the leader of the team. Scrum Master is the leader of the team who owns the Scrum process, who manages the Scrum process, who removes the impediments, who facilitate the communication. Okay, so the other one is the development team, who owns the software. Okay, the development team who owns the software. The team figures out how to turn the product backlog into the increment of the functionality within the sprint. Each team's members is jointly responsible for the success of each iteration and of the project as a whole. Okay, the development teams check the software quality, technical implementation of user stories, deliver the potentially shippable product increments at every sprint. Means you can just think sprint as at every part. Okay, so you can just think as a part. This is the part. At every part deliver a potential shippable product. Okay, so let's go to the first ceremonies. What are those? The first one is the sprint planning. Okay, how we plan the sprint, commit to deliverables to the PO. Okay, project owner. So two-part meeting. The first part is the PO presents or the project owner presents the user story. The second, when the team thinks they have the good enough stories to start the sprint, they begins breaking down into the tasks to fill the sprint backlog, normally 3 to 4 days of work, then inspect and adopt. Okay, so for example, it's a time box, 4 hours, honors, product owner, participants, team, or the Scrum Master. So these all are the sprint planning. Okay, how the sprint is planned. This is the 4 hours in time. The product owner will be there, and the team and the Scrum Master will be there. Okay, so the other thing is the daily Scrum. So other part is the daily Scrum. Okay, so daily inspect and adopt the progress. What happens in daily Scrum? The Scrum Master inspect and see the process. Okay, see the planning by the burn down chart and make adaptation as necessary. And in the participant there will be the team. All interested parties may be the silent attendant. Okay, so the other thing is the retrospective. Okay, so it is the retrospective. Okay, it is the retrospective. The other thing is the retrospective maintains the goods, get rid of the bad. So what does the retrospective means? That it maintains the good and get rid of the bad. Okay, so for there will be the Scrum Master, and the participant will be the team and the product owner. So at the end of the sprint, the team evaluates the finished sprint. They capture the productive way as the best practice, identify the challenges, and develop the strategy for the improvement. Okay, so at last there will be the sprint review. In the sprint review, there will be the owner will be the team, and the participant will be the Scrum Masters and the product owner, and the team demonstrate the product owner the results, the developed product of the sprint. The product owner can accept or reject the features depending on the agreed acceptance criteria. Okay, so these are all the 4 ceremonies. So let's talk about the three artifacts. So what will be the artifacts? Okay, there will be the artifacts. The one artifacts, there will be the product backlog. Okay, the dynamic prioritized list of requirements. So this is the first list of requirements of the product, and the requirements are broken down into the user stories to be the product owner. Okay, so the requirement for the product are listed in the product backlog. It is always a changing, dynamically prioritized list of the requirements ordered by the business value. Requirements are broken down into the user story to be PO. Prioritize the requirement by playing the business value game. Okay, so after the product backlog, there will be the sprint backlog. Okay, so list of the tasks to fulfill the sprint goal. Okay, the sprint backlog contains all the committed user stories for the current sprint, broke down into the tasks by the team. All items on the sprint backlog should be developed, tested, documented, and integrated in order to fulfill the sprint goal. So suppose, for example, you can just suppose as the product owners want like one type of product, and which is the huge software product, and what they will do is they will broke into the tags. Okay, so if there are the many functionality, they broke into the some tags, and then what will happen is the list of the tag to fulfill the sprint, and they will make the sprint backlog. Okay, so the other one is the burn down chart. The burn down chart displays the remaining work. How many work are remaining? It displays the remaining work. So it displays the remaining work. Okay, so let's talk about the burn down chart. Okay, so there is the mistakes, sorry for that. So the burn down chart shows the amount of the work remaining per sprint. It is very useful way of visualizing the corrections between the work remaining at any point in time and the progress by the team. Use the tools such as the Alego to automatically create the burn down chart. So this is like the suggestions. You can use the tools such as the Alego for creating the burn down chart automatically. So here we have, okay, so this is the main thing. So first of all, we have the product backlog. Okay, the product owner creates the prioritized wish list called the product backlog, and the other one is the sprint backlog. During the sprint planning, the teams pull the small chunks from the top of the wish list, the sprint backlog, and decides how to implement those pieces. Okay, so and for the team have a certain amount of time, 2 to 4 weeks, the sprint to complete the work, usually 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, so in the 24 hours there will be the meeting called the daily scrums, and in the meeting there will be the things that should be considered or answered, such as the what have you done since the last meeting, what we will do between now and the next meeting, is there anything preventing you from doing, and what you have the plan. Okay, so these are the things. And the other thing is the potentially shippable product increments. So after all the things here done, so other things here done, and what will happen is it will go to the potentially shippable product. Okay, so these are the things. And let's talk about one time it's the personal Kanban. So what happens is there will be the backlog, there will be the lots of backlog, and there will be the doing things, and there is the done thing. Okay, so in the first one, the type of user, I want some goals, so that some region. Okay, so these are the things. So as a user, I can decide to folders not to backup, so that the mini backup drive isn't fulfilled with the things that I don't need to be saved. So these are the backlogs and doings. So this is the example of the burn down chart. Okay, so and let's talk this is they are showing that this is how we are doing. So this is called the chart for which we can decide the what are the stories and what are the things. So these are the plannings, like you can see in the pictures. So it's like it's the planning for how we do the sprint. Okay, So there will be the story, there will be the there will be the progress, and there will be the done. So we have the story here, we have the task here, we have the progress here, and done. Done means 100% done. Okay, so done means not the 90%, not the 99%. Done means 100% done. Okay, so thank you for watching the video, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel, like the channel, and share the channel. And